Top spiritual in the building, meditating time to building, spirit, God, time to building, man. Simple. I feel amazing right now. Anyways, we're going to be talking about, today I'm going to be discussing new age rap music and the agenda behind it. And when I say new age rap music, I'm specifically talking about NBA Youngboy, Quando Rondo, the Baby, all these new age rap guys. Now, for those who are older, you're going to know what I'm talking about. For those who are younger, you might have to listen a little harder to understand. Now, music today is completely different than how music used to be. Music today, murder, gang banging, robbing, popping pills, taking drugs, all that is so glorified in today's music industry. And the reason behind that is because they want to influence, they want to get young guys. I'm talking about teenagers. Notice how all these rappers who are blowing up, they're not even 18, they're not even 19, they're not even grown yet. They're still kids. They want to get a figure that's still a kid to portray the kids, to make kids feel like, I don't need school, I don't need this, I don't need to obey the law, I can live reckless and I can be like this guy right here. Thus keeping them asleep, so by the time they become of age, they will be brainwashed. Now, this gets a little deeper and I'm going to explain this. Now, today's music frequencies is tweaked into the frequency of 440. Now, what 440 is, and you can look these things up. Remember, don't believe anything because I say it. Hear what I'm saying, take it as information, and go do your own research on it. Then make your own conclusion. Now, 440, what that does, that frequency targets a certain part of the brain. It can literally change your emotions, change how you feel. Now, the standard frequency, the frequency of love, the frequency that makes you feel good, is 432. They changed it from 432 to 440. And I say they, I'm talking about the elite, the Illuminati, the people who really run this matrix. Now, that frequency is really affecting today's youth. I see it. I can see kids memorize a whole song from NBA Youngboy, glorifying all that murder and gang banging and robbing and killing. Kids that are around 6-7 years old can memorize that entire song, multiple songs, but they can't remember how to do a simple math problem. Now, I'm not saying that every kid is going to be super smart in school. I'm not saying that. But it's just funny to me how today, in today's society, that this music influence has everybody wanting to be a gangster. Everybody want to be street. Everybody want to be hood. Everybody want to be a gangster. People feel like they have to go out and spread hate, murder, and gangbang to make them, quote unquote, a real nigga. That is the stupidest, and I'm sorry, but that's stupid. You shouldn't want to be a real nigga. You shouldn't want to be. You're already alive, so you're real enough as you are. You doing that makes it seem like you're living for somebody else, because you're living for somebody else's approval. This is what the elite want. They want all these kids to be brainwashed. They want all these kids to be unruly. They want this. Why do y'all think, like, look at the girl, what's her name? Bad Baby, whatever her name is. They glorified it. They push that in the media. They push it hard. So now other kids are going to feel like, man, look how much fame she got. Look how much money she got. I want to be like that. So they're going to replicate the same thing. It's all an agenda. Pay attention to the things that blow up and the things that don't. Now, this frequency, you can look this up. It's into all today's rap music. Now, something that I noticed, certain genres don't use 440. For example, Japan, anime music, anime openings. People always wonder why so many people get so happy when they're singing anime openings. I did a little research on that. And turns out the reason that people feel so good, not only because they like the song, they like the melody, and it keeps them feeling good, it's because that music isn't tweaked to 440. It's not. They don't use 440. I looked this up. You can do your own research on this. But today's rap music all uses 440, man. And it's literally like brain control. Because like I said, it targets a certain part of the brain to make you feel and act a certain way. You can be listening to a song and listening to a rap song, and as you're listening to it, you feel amazing. As soon as that song goes off or midway through, you start feeling irritated. You start feeling angry. People listen to these guys, and I'm not telling you that you shouldn't listen to rap music. I'm telling you, because I still listen to certain rap songs, but do these things and be aware. That's what I want you to understand. Do these things and be aware. Anyways, I'm not going to make this video too long, but today's rap music is completely different, bro. It's completely different. Most of these songs, they use catchy beats. They use ad-libs. It's not even really, they're not telling no stories. There's no emotion. It's completely different than how we was growing up, because we're going through a conscious shift right now. This planet is moving to a higher vibration, a different dimension. More and more people are waking up to their spirituality. More and more people are realizing the things that they've been taught aren't true at all. The things they learned in school wasn't true. Most of it wasn't true. Some of it was true, like the basic history, the world wars, all that. That's true, but that's not the depth that you should know. That's just scratching the surface. But just remember that when you listen to rap music, pay attention to how you feel. Do your research on these things. 440 versus 432 hertz. Research these things. XXXTentacion was talking about it. Like, that's why people will wonder, like, how these rappers be committing suicide and how these rappers be overdosing and they have all this money. Why aren't they happy? They aren't happy because they are stuck. They can't do what they want. They can't make music about what they want. Once they make that pact with the Illuminati, the elite, they have to stick to a certain agenda. They can't raise their vibrations. They can't meditate. They can't do none of that. They can't rap about positive things. They have to rap about popping pills, glorifying murder, glorifying gang banging, spreading hate, differentiating people because of skin color, etc. Like, this stuff gets real deep. It gets real deep. Anyways, I hope y'all all enjoyed this video, man. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. But again, lastly, I'm gonna say this: pay attention to how you feel when you're listening to these songs, man. Raise your vibration. See through this matrix. Awaken to your spirituality, because it's the truth. Don't force it up. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But just know this: rather in this lifetime or the next, you will eventually get out of the loop and find out who you really are and your real purpose of being here. Today's music industry is evil. Like I said in my last video, it's evil. All these rappers be committing suicide because, again, like I said before, they can't do what they want. They sign contracts to live to a certain age and then they are killed off. They just use them. But they find people that have talent, and these people are struggling so bad, they like, man, forget it. I might as well go ahead and do this. So they make that pact with the elite. And then they suffer and they regret it. Why you think that guy on YK Osiris, he exposed the whole music industry? Go look it up. He exposed the whole music industry for what it was. It's not what you think it is. Having all that money is not as good as you would think it would be. Because imagine having all that money and still not being happy. Because they have all that money, but they realize to themselves something is missing. So they go and buy things, buy expensive things, post it on social media, buy clothes, buy this, buy that. And no matter how much stuff they buy, it can't fill that void of what they're looking for. And what they're really looking for is themselves, your higher self, the person within you. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Simple.